Hello, all YouTubers out there. What we have here is the Arrma Granite truck with the upgrade for the 3S battery. Motor was changed out. We ran into a sealed motor, which has, ball bearings in it. It's a good little truck. And, you know, it is pretty awesome. But we got to do some more upgrades because this is what happened. From smashing and bashing and doing flips and all of that good stuff. Okay, here's the sealed motor from Spectrum. And then we actually put in a billet aluminum rear end axle that all the screws from the backside screw right into. And when they screw right into them from the back here, this holds wires, but it's not a good thing to use because it tears up your wires if you keep using it. I mean, you could put black tape around it and then it'll be okay, but I don't use it because it just shreds wires and it's no good. What we have is the Spectrum motor. It's 3150 Kelvin, and then we got the new Spectrum electronic control speed module, and then we upgraded the turning gears in the front to all metal because when you originally buy this truck, if you don't buy the steel gears in here, your truck will fail eventually because it's all plastic, and people have changed out the plastic and done other things to try to keep it good, but it never really works. So we went with all metal and brass, and listen to how the steering sounds. It's very precise. It's very precision-like. It's really good. Now, however, these shocks are the worst shocks ever. So we ordered a Proline shock in the front and the rear because we broke the factory shocks bashing with it and flipping in the air. So that's why that's not there. But if you look on the other side, that's what it looks like. And then on this side, yeah, we're missing it. And by the way, I just bought a new toolkit. So when I bought a new toolkit to work on the car, it works much better. I don't really like to use drills and stuff because these screws are really small. And it's something you don't want to strip out anything. It's mostly plastic all everywhere around, except for like the frame where you can see, down there. We got aluminum down there. We got aluminum over here in the front. So, yes, it's a good truck. But here's the toolkit I bought today. So, if you're looking for a good toolkit to buy, this is it. Because sometimes when you're using the drill, yeah, that's good for if you're going to be doing racing and stuff like that. But for everyday use and just playing around with, this is something that's a little simple. It gets into every spot that you needed to get into, and you have every torque, H pattern, you name it. It's got it. Screwdrivers, Phillips head, every single size. So no matter what you buy from this little kit right here, it'll help you to build the truck and change things out and do things that you got to do. So on that note, thank you. And guess what? As soon as we change, I'm going to do a video about the shocks. Because look, we're leaning to the left here. That ain't no good. Because there's no shock here. And there's a shock there, but we blew out the shock. And I will show you the shock. Okay, here's the shock that blew out. Now you see if at the top of the frame, well, the new shock that I have, hold on, let me get focused here. The new shock that I have is going to be all aluminum billet, and it is not going to just do this. Okay, you see that? That's a bad shock. It just stuck there. I got to pull it out, and then when you look at the end of it, down in here, you see all that stuff that's in there? There's a bunch of crap, and the oil has spilled out the bottom. Not a really good shock, but it's good to start off with. But the best thing to do is to upgrade to Proline shocks on these trucks. Otherwise, they will blow shocks like it's going out of style. So, as far as I know, the Arrma Granite truck on a 3S battery, upgraded motor, and upgraded ECS, and upgraded, everything that you can possibly do, aluminum-wise. Even with the built rear end, it's all wheel drive, but the rear end, you don't want this. You did not want. All right, let's say you don't want this motor shaking around, so you do have to use some blue Loctite when you tighten this motor into the rear gear, and then when you do that, this motor will not move at all. So on that note, Arrma Granite trucks are the bomb. I mean, I like it. It's the best truck I bought since I've had cars in the past that were gas cars, nitromethane, but as far as electric cars, this thing hauls booty. With a 3S battery, this thing does like, I don't know, 50 miles an hour top speed. It is pretty insane. When you watch it do a burnout, it's all-wheel drive, so all it does is spin in a circle. It's amazing. And then I did the Ford body. We put smart technology all in there. So everything's upgraded. We're going to upgrade to a different body eventually, but I like the body for what it is. It works. Look, I'm not even running a rear, the rear tail bar for when it wheelies. I don't even need that because you can just adjust the throttle response and turn it down just a little bit. So this way it doesn't take off and then just flip on its back, because that's what will happen every time unless you get the rear wheels that are going to be back here in case you take off too fast. Well, it'll make the front tires come off the ground like this and then eventually just flip right back over. Not cool. So on that note, hey, just a little video about Arrma Granite truck that I bought from my son Zachariah, and me and him work on it together, and we just bought a new toolkit. Like I said, go out and get one of these. Unless you're doing racing and stuff like that at a track or where they have like RC truck tracks and stuff like that. But as far as an all-wheel drive, all-around truck, this thing boogies. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.